Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking. Welcome back to another episode of. Okay, I have made a mistake. That's right off the bat. Apart from not turning the lights on, I've made two mistakes. Then, one is the other is the fact that when I scheduled this stream, I was thinking that we were going to be away at a pub quiz, myself, my parents, and my aunt, and we wouldn't be back until 10:30, which was what I was told. And so I was like, well, okay, I'll give myself half an hour to prepare, and I'll start the stream at 11 this time rather than 10, which is what I normally do. Then we got back at like 9:51. So I was like, oh, I could do this now. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, the bed's made. Of course, that's because my aunt's going to be staying here because it's so late. So I said, oh, I better cancel the stream. I then explained to her what the streams involved on my channel because I haven't seen any of them. And then she said, oh, we could do that for an hour. So for the first time on Gacha Review, I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I didn't explain that normally these streams will overrun until the early hours of the next day. So we are going to try and speed this through for the sake. So yeah, we can see like the bed has been made, and I have callously just placed chargers on that I will be reaching for at some point. But yeah, I will probably not be around for too long, and neither will today's guest, Aiden DeBest, who has work at Hello. Oh, okay. You're
Wait.
on the facilities.
Where
Yeah,
am
for some reason
I?
this happened with KW.
Where am I? I'm invisible.
This happened with KW yesterday. For some reason, the first person that joins always ends up being invisible. I don't know what's happening with Restream.
So wait, if
It
someone
also seems like
question, if someone else joins, will I become uninvisible?
in theory, because that's what happened with that's what happened yesterday.
Oh. Well,
I don't.
When you get another guest, inevitably, people will be able to see my beautiful profile image.
Yeah, no one has requested to join yet, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I don't know what's happening because also Restream has left me in 720p rather than 1080 this time. I think I must have like the package that I got has expired. Maybe the package that I got expired. Either way, yeah, we'll imagine Aiden. Yes, the disembodied voice of Aiden.
Yes.
Okay.
Just imagine how hot I am. I'm very hot. I'm not. I'm
plenty of people imagine that whenever they hear you in a gacha video.
Do they?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people compare the attractiveness of the characters you voice to you yourself, which is exactly what you did with Sebastian Todd, fittingly enough. Anyway, yes. You said you wished you hadn't looked up what he looked like because then you couldn't imagine like Lawrence being hot or something like that.
Did I?
That wasn't like a direct citation, but there's something similar.
I don't remember that. I'm going to be honest.
Doesn't matter. Prism is on the road, kind of like racing back home right now, so might have also been at a different pub quiz. You never know. Okay, but yeah, let's actually start. So we've got Robots in Disguise, War of Dangers, Episode 1, beginning, Gacha Club Series, I don't know, whatever else the title would have been. So yeah, I think I forgot to change the title, so as he just does just say that, but I'll change it for the archive. Yeah, very long title. Look in the description if you're watching the archive and you want to know what it fully was. And this is the one that PrismofVoices talked about a few days ago. I was at the same pub quiz. It's like, oh, I thought I heard someone shouting in the background. Yeah, that was no, but so yeah, so this is the one where PrismofVoices said that she had watched without knowing it was a Transformers adaptation until later, despite the fact that Transformers Robots in Disguise is the first sentence in the title. But yeah, so apparently it works just as well as a solo project as it does an adaptation. I'm not like fully unfamiliar with Transformers. I know like the basics once again, so it's going to be another franchise that I have not delved into.
I don't know this franchise either, so you're not going to get any insight from me, unfortunately.
Let's see what we can do. Let's see how it stands on its own. Without further ado, on with the review.
Kaka. Oh, I was about to be like, is it playing? I was confused for a minute. I was
Yeah,
like, wait,
yeah, it did start, and of course, right off the bat, I have to say, not pre-rendered again.
Among Us.
Yep, I guess. Well, we've got some multimedia going on. Okay.
It reminds me when some gacha stories will have like the text story aspect added, for like showing texting between two characters.
Yeah. Now swipe the card. I can know what I'm doing.
I can know too. That's what I can know.
Yes, I cannot wait to find out. Anyway, after a while, yep. Fixit was not the imposter.
Oh.
No!
You know what they say, it sucks to suck.
Oh, wow, we've got a wolf hybrid painting with claws. I don't remember that from Transformers.
But he also has 4 ears again, unfortunately.
Yeah, wolf hybrid with 4 ears and claws that paints. I do not remember this from any Transformers adaptation. Beast Wars, perhaps.
Not even Beast Wars, because there was just robot-themed animals.
I know, it was a joke because it has Beast in the title.
I was about to be they're not actually animals. Or, well, they're animal-themed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the latest live-action Transformers movie was actually did have the Beast Wars thing, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Let it be known that Aiden is utterly unfamiliar with this franchise.
I am unfamiliar with this franchise. I'm not really a fan of Transformers.
All right.
Oh God, what is that hair fade? You have like this like bright greenish into like this dull red. It looks horrible.
I'm going to guess this is an existing character.
Also, by the way, why is that other werewolf have no pupils? Because that makes his eyes look so dead. Like, I mean, Marwick's eyes for the most part don't look dead because we have like the little eye glints, like the little eye shine. But
Yeah,
like
cool
when
highlights.
you remove the eye shine and you remove the pupil, they look like they're dead. Like, dang.
Okay. So I have looked up Commandix Transformers, and well, apparently well, I mean, there is a wiki page that's called this, but I'm not sure there's a wiki page for this series or for the source material. I think this, yeah. So I think it is just Commandix as the last and youngest member of the team. There's no like images that I have apparently been able to find, which is what I was looking for in the first place.
Dang.
So yeah, no, never mind. But I
this
guess
may just be bad
with
character
design.
design.
Oh well.
Bad character design.
Me too. Can you two be patient? I have one more thing to draw. Hold on.
There.
Here's what I drew. Wow, okay, that's actually really impressive for especially for, like, an in-moment painting. That's amazing. How did you draw that?
Well, it's called photoshopping something on a blank canvas.
Okay, yes, but
I know.
in universe.
Although I don't like how the background's just solid black though. That's one thing I don't like about it.
That is a question. Was this
It's
drawn
like pitch
on,
black.
was this drawn like a piece of black
I
paper?
thought it was drawn on like a white canvas.
No, I guess it was white from the around. Was it just like the paper was printed like black on one side and white on the other, and this is what was okay. Sure. Skills also. Gotta love having an outside bed.
Maybe it's meant to be like a hammock, but yeah, it looks a little bit weird.
Yeah, I'm noticing also that the sound editing in this, like, it feels decent enough. Like we've got footsteps, we've got ambient sounds in the background. What we don't have is music, surprisingly.
I mean,
so I'm guessing that this person's going for like all natural scoring, which can work sometimes. But if you are going to do that, ideally you wouldn't have all your characters sitting around doing mostly nothing.
I mean, personally, I would like I think it's cool when like a lot of the background music ends up being diegetic. I think that's a cool effect.
There is that. Yeah, have someone like blast some music in universe. That works too.
Oh my god, they're the actual Transformers!
Yeah,
They're
that's why
humanoid!
that's why I couldn't find
No!
images. That's why I
Oh
couldn't find
my
images.
god,
Yeah.
they have been turned human. I didn't catch that at first. Now it's like, oh god, Bumblebee.
Yeah. Also,
No.
Bumblebee is talking, which again, not that I am a novice when it comes to Transformers, but even I know Bumblebee doesn't talk, at least not like in the traditional sense. Sometimes I like have like a radio or something. Anyway, I have good news. I've searched if they are Decepticon presets. If who are
the preset Decepticons, the Decepticons that are presets in Gacha, obviously.
we all know that page, yeah. Which, by the way, Josh sent me a bunch of like things immediately right now to go with but to do with like the Gacha Life 2, like I guess that whatever new news has come out. I'll probably read those out tomorrow because I want to dedicate extensive time to this because I've got an hour.
A update's allegedly gonna come out soon, and it's been released in some regions, allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, since you brought that up, apparently that there was one of the things Phantom says the update isn't regional in quotes. It's just sort of going one by one down a list of countries, which sounds regional to me. But there you go. Anyway, just that's my Bumblebee impression. Oh, that's what we should have had here, Quadzy. Next time I do one of these streams, I'll invite Quadzy.
But Quadzy wouldn't like them as much anymore.
That's why it's funny.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to be like, it kind of ruined the whole purpose for Quadzy. Because, you know, no longer robots. Or you're overreacting. Also, by the way, this is one thing I never really got about the Transformers franchise. Some robots have boobs.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. God.
From an evolutionary standpoint, you're right. It doesn't make sense.
Unless the robot's out here breastfeeding, you know. God, it
gets which I don't think they do because also I'm not. Although that does raise the questions like how the different Transformers are actually born, because obviously Optimus Prime, right? He's from like a line of Prime, so he has ancestors, which means that he must have been born in some capacity. But they're all made out of metal, so therefore they can't like grow or something. So they all built. Does each Prime build a new Prime at some point? That's what I don't actually know.
God, it gives me vibes of when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles introduced a female turtle named Venus and gave her boobs. I'm like, they literally lay eggs. They do not.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Why boobs?
Listen. Yes, that part doesn't make sense. As far as Decepticons and Autobots goes, I don't know. Maybe they were just designed that way because I don't know. They were.
I mean, maybe
the architects were in a mood at the time. But as far as like turtles go, no.
I've always just found that weird because like whenever like they want to make like an inhuman creature look female, they're like, I know, slap some boobs on it. There, it's a woman now. Like
question about Venus. This is just a simple yes or no. I don't like the extensive lore. Do they ever give her a pink bandana?
No, she has a light blue bandana.
Cool. All right then. Isn't that Leo's color? Anyway.
No, he has a darker blue, sometimes a lighter blue. But they gave him a darker blue in that series, but gave her a lighter blue in that series because, you know, light blue for women, apparently. As someone who loves light blue, that's a lie. Light blue could be for men.
I mean, clearly it can be for men because that's what Leo has most of the time. So I don't think that's what they're implying here. If anything, blue is normally a masculine color these days.
Although, anyway. You know what's funny, though? That they didn't actually do pink. That is kind of funny, though. Because, like,
that's what I was guessing.
Whenever you need a woman, just put her in pink. Hey, main characters, just put them in pink. Now it's a woman.
Yes, Aiden. That was precisely why I guessed that. That was entirely the point of what I was saying.
Yes.
Anyway.
Also, why does she have blue hair highlights, even though her hair isn't blue?
She shouldn't have hair to begin with. I'm not. Maybe she has like. Maybe that was like the original blue war paint on the original model of Windblade. I don't actually know. To be honest,
and they all have the same eye color. Dang.
I'm sorry, you're saying you are sometimes. Are what? Overreacting sometimes. Sometimes you are in a state of overreacting. Like, that's very weirdly phrased. What do you mean as if what anyway? Don't worry. Just relax and you'll get out of it. Okay, just keep trying sometimes. Yeah, just try to force yourself to relax. That always goes well.
Also, by the way, all the black on the characters are outline black, even in the outfits. Shame.
Yeah, you got to think that maybe the fade is combined with outline black, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just leaves. Yeah. This is the thing, Prism. As soon as something makes it onto Gacha Review, it loses like its nostalgic properties immediately. All right.
Video,
I guess.
That was what happened. I was confused.
Yeah, well, it was like the opening, so I'm guessing like every scene has a massive gap left in. Just in case one couldn't tell what the scene change was supposed to be and needed to know that information for when they're watching the video. Maybe their eyes are meant to be like their windshield/windows, if that's it. Resting with all the red necklaces I won't represent. I don't know. Again, although the eyes like the windshields and stuff, that would make sense. Yeah, that's why they wouldn't have pupils.
I guess if they're not, I mean, but they're human now. It's so weird. Why make them human but what's the idea of trying to keep robot elements when they're very clearly human and they are not even trying to emulate the designs at all?
The idea is that there weren't any options to make them robots at the time. I will say, actually, this video came out on January 1st, 3 years ago, which means I should have viewed it yesterday, but anyway.
Actually, you could make them somewhat robotic by doing this one simple thing, making their skin gray or like metallic looking.
Okay, that's one extra thing. What about the rest of them? What about the rest of their designs? I guess armor to some extent, but there's only like a few armor types, which means they would have to repeat a bunch of things.
You could probably put masks on them as well to communicate it.
Again, only still the same mask over and over. As far as like making Titan was unique, I'm guessing that was a compromise that had to be made or something. I don't think they're human. Okay, all right. Another soulless creature. Where are the eye highlights? That was what Aiden was saying earlier.
Yeah.
And again, probably because they're not meant to be traditional eyes. And yes, well, I'm live an hour early because, well, and this is my usual time. I thought I was going to be back later, until I wasn't. So here we are.
Oh my god!
Whoever is out there, up.
You better show up,
or else there will be consequences.
Oh, so if I don't show up, there will be consequences. What? Will there be consequences if I do show up?
Yeah. May I join this? Yes, but I have to go in 40 minutes. Incidentally. Yeah. Also, this music, now we've got actual music, and here this reminds me of like the Prowler theme from Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, in Transformers Prime, Bumblebee lost his voice box, but eventually got it back. Oh, well, I'm still gonna make him. I'm just gonna keep talking in a buzzing voice because it's funny. Yeah. I stole the voice box, by the way. It was me. Cool. Doesn't have it. There you go. Confirmed. I guess it leaks blue oil. Fair enough. KW, hello. Oh, you're again as well.
Oh no, we're both invincible. Oh no.
Oh no, I think I think we become shadow people, Aiden. I think we just became our characters in the Zelda movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, sister. It's good to see you again. Or should I say,
Not
not
see
see
you, yeah.
you.
Thought you were going with that.
I'm here to get you back for killing me. And I'm gonna make it painful. You betrayed father.
As much as I would love to indulge your urges of revenge, we have a time limit here, so we must keep our focus.
You're no fun.
You
There'll
better
be time
listen
for
to
fun
father.
once I'm a king of Hyrule, which I am now, based on the movie.
He is. I done something right. I just like to kill you for fun.
You know what it goes.
I mean, we want to kill Dark Link.
Nice effects.
Bumblebee, what's the problem? Fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Felix, fix it, Felix. Go.
I mean, he has got Felix's hair. I've picked up a
It's
signal.
more orange. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's broken.
I lost the signal.
How would you manage to lose it? I don't know. It just It's like it just vanished.
It vanished.
Vanished.
It's vanished. I can't find it anywhere. What spell checker was this? But anyway, vanished. Yes, it was in the South Aurelian woods. Normally you say copy that when you're talking to someone like remotely, not with it right in front of you.
Out of my world!
Oh my god! What?
Okay.
I mean, I guess they became
Pretty
cars
cool.
finally.
Okay,
that was actually really well done. Let's be fair.
No, yes, no what actually I will
Yeah.
give them positives for this.
I
was
mean-
worried when I heard, oh yeah, there's someone who made a Gacha Club series based around Transformers. So I got a little bit worried. How would they transform into cars? Honestly, this is probably the best way to do it. So
are you a Transformers fan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Because
how do you feel about all the Transformers being human?
It's interesting. I mean, I had weirder stories.
It may or may not have been done out of necessity, rather than as an attempt to make them humanoid.
Yeah, but I still think you could at least take steps to make them more robotic. Again, like I said, the gray skin and making them not look as human. Because, like, I literally just thought they were human characters.
By the way.
Okay, fair enough. I can see what you mean, but I mean, it's better than nothing. I mean, at least they tried their best.
They did do nothing. That's the problem. They didn't even make an attempt. They just made the characters human, made human versions of them. That's what I'm saying. The problem was they didn't try to make them look more robotic. They didn't try.
Prism just said, "We'll just be patient."
Apparently, this gets fixed later, and by later, I presume to mean in different episodes.
Okay, but I'm criticizing.
By the way, this has 3 seasons, so.
Oh,
so what? What? Dang.
Yeah. Other Gacha Transformers videos don't have them as humans from the thumbnails I've seen. Cool.
There's other Gacha Transformers series, of course. Why wouldn't there be?
And now we get a long transition again. Yeah, there we go. It's definitely not gacha cars. I wonder if this art drama created themselves. It might be imported, it might be custom. Not sure.
Probably. Maybe they didn't do the gray skin or stuff like that just because they're worried about messing up the imports. Because that could.
Also,
gray skin doesn't mess up the imports. Abraxas's code works perfectly fine.
Most of the Autobots don't have gray skin anyway, do they?
No, look.
Well,
look
I say
pants.
gray as in metallic because that's the closest thing.
Look at their pants. It's gray.
Okay, sure. They have gray. They have gray pants, but look at the rest of them.
Like.
Oh, Crystal 702 Animators is back. Welcome.
I'm glad you decided to stick around.
Oh, now they have
Okay.
a mask.
Yeah, them putting on masks, I'm not sure what that's in aid of.
That's
No,
what they
no
do.
one's gonna recognize us now.
Yeah,
That's
get
just
me?
Completely hidden.
That's just how they fight. They have like masks to fight. It's in their battle mode.
Okay, I guess more like mouth guards rather than part of their disguise as robots.
Yeah, that's what they basically are. Okay, the walking is awkward, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's like out of time with the sound effects. I'm still glad there at least are footsteps, but yeah, I think they might be out of time with the actual walking.
Yeah.
They mean business now. At least Bumblebee and Blur do. Don't know about the rest of them. I'm not worried about this. What do you mean? Well, I'm still learning new stuff from missions. We looked this up earlier. Commandix is the youngest one, so I guess that's why.
Mm.
Commandix has only just turned 4 million and 1. Anyway, but now after all those missions, they have said.
Oh, poor Ghost Kitty. She tried to watch Sparkle Pops.
Dang.
What? You did watch all of Sparkle Pops? My goodness.
How about
Okay.
Sparkle Pops?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Flowerpot sent me every single playlist of Sparkle Pops, and I think in total there were at least 6 of them, if not like 8, maybe.
8 playlists?
Let me just count these. So we've got one called Sparkle Pops, one called Sparkle Pops, Sparkle Pops Season 1, Sparkle Pops Series, Sparkle Pops Season 1 again, Sparkle Pops Season 1 again, Sparkle Pops Season 2, Sparkle Pops Season 1 again, Sparkle Pops, Sparkle Season 2, Sparkle Pops, Sparkle Season 1, Sparkle Season 2, Sparkle Season 3. 14! There's 14 playlists! This has been rebooted more times than anything ever in existence.
Jacob, are you sure you want to see Sparkle Pops?
If you're rebooting it that much, I'm concerned.
My plan was to like put the first episode of each playlist on to see which version was the best one, but like I don't know.
I don't, Jacob.
Two parts to that one.
Don't go through.
Also, by the way, the girl looks like she's literally Christmas.
She was introduced in the Transformers Christmas special.
Yeah.
Getting badly injured. Don't worry, we'll be okay after all.
Oh man, I love you, Steel Jaw. You know why? Because your jaw's made out of steel. Your name is Steel Jaw.
Okay. They don't have steel jaws in Gacha Club.
You could put a mask on and say it's steel.
Oh, okay. I was like how you didn't like the name of Steel Jaw.
Yeah, no, the name's fine, but it's just again, his name is Steel Jaw.
I was gonna say
his jaw isn't even steel.
Okay,
the name that I have the most issue with is Bumblebee, because how on earth did Decepticons Autobots know what a bumblebee is if they haven't been to Earth in 4 million years?
Bees are an intergalactic species. Totally, that spread across the universe like a parasite. Okay, they're everywhere. That's why they use Bumblebee.
Okay.
I think they had different names back on Cybertron, but then when they came to Earth and disguised themselves and starting to learn more about Earth, they started giving themselves like easier names to pronounce to like the humans or whatever if they ever get seen by humans.
I'm guessing Optimus didn't bother with that since the like.
That's like my best guess.
Okay. Anyway, these daily cons aren't that dangerous. Well, the Autobots never lost and never will. Now let's keep searching. End of episode, they lose. Hi, Fox.
Oh my god, what's happening to his leg?
I don't know. Slide whistle.
know what would be nice? Some like music right now. I know you're trying to go for like ambiance, but dang, I kind of wish we had some actual like some like mysterious music or like some and then eventually action-packed music once we get into fight scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see that, when you zoom in on the character's feet, it just becomes way more apparent that they are sliding. Transformers, rollerblades on feet.
What I really like is the perspective given though, because like there's stuff in the foreground, stuff in the background. I think that's a really cool aspect of this.
There is, yeah. It's not just like one simple like walking motion. You actually filming onto the feet and then up to the top, revealing the character.
Yeah, and the fact that we're using like a same handful of backgrounds, but like we're like flipping, zooming in, like zooming out to make it look like we're in different backgrounds at different parts of the forest. And I think that's a really good
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is what I've been telling people should be done if you're restricted to simple backgrounds. They have to use the ones in Gacha. You can't find other ones. Do that. Yeah.
Alter it.
Transformers, no soul in our eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Episode 1. Oh god.
Ghost Kitty.
Is that just where it is?
Seen Transformers? Because
I don't think so.
They never have any pupils. They don't.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, well, why would they?
They're robots.
Oh my. Okay, you know what? That's awesome edited right there to show that the energon leaking and everything like that, because they don't run by oil or anything. They're run by energon. So
I'm guessing that was like custom painted as well, because it seems like way too sparkly and bright for
what I know, for what I can see, it looks like they edited the character slightly to make some of the bits like the bright blue to be like, oh yeah, this stuff got covered in the stuff. They bleed, but then they just, when their art program, editing program, just put some like glowing stuff. Be like, ooh, look, they're oozing out blood or whatever, you know. That stuff. I don't know. Yes,
it's called energon. That's how they stay alive.
Big word. Aiden like big words.
It's 3 syllables.
Big word. Dude, he's dead. What do you mean? You've never seen anyone die? Were there multiple wars in Transformers? Dang.
Yes.
Like, oh man, I never seen stuff like this. Like, there were multiple wars on your planet. You've been at war with the Decepticons for years, and you're like, oh
they've been alive for like millions of years. So there's bound to have been at least a couple of wars in that time.
Yeah,
we can't go 1 year without a war strike, but war bursting out recently.
Maybe it's just the way they died. Maybe it's different than what being seen, because that can happen where if they discover there's like a new weapon or anything like that and see they're dead or anything like that, they're like, okay, we know that we seen Autobots or Decepticons die, but in this way we're not sure what it is, and then they eventually discover what actually happened.
I mean, it doesn't really seem like such a special way. It literally just looks like they were stabbed and slashed in a few areas, and they started leaking out all this energy stuff. That's literally what happened. That's not really a crazy way to die. A crazy way to die would be finding them completely devoid of all fluid, completely drained, as if it isn't in there anymore, and like somehow it was sucked out of them. Or you find them.
It wouldn't necessarily have like all leaked out.
I know. I'm saying like that kind of response would warrant if it was like a shocking way they did, like all their fluids were sucked out, or their body parts were placed in a ritualistic way across the field or something. You
need to get ready.
All right. Yeah. So I feel like that's what I'm thinking. Like, for this kind of response, like, man, I never seen something like that. Like, dude, the guy got stabbed. And stabbed.
He doesn't look like he's been stabbed though.
Yes, he did. Like, look at his shirt. Look at like the little jacket area. Those are literally slash marks. Those are literally cuts. It looks like he got a really deep wound in like the chest area. Probably had some blunt force trauma on the head. Maybe a slash on the head.
Let's see what the assessment from actual Bumblebee is, because we've got his actual line here. These Demigis were made by powerful weapons like a blaster. So all of
These were made by a blaster.
Yeah, all of the every single Demigi you see here, the collection of Demigis that exist, are
what is a Demigi KW? No, I'm just asking.
It's not an actual thing. It's meant to say damages. I was making a joke.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it could be a special weapon. I don't know.
The weapon is the blaster.
Blaster.
Oh. Okay, but again, if these were meant to be a full-on blaster, they would be more like holes, like gaping holes throughout the body.
It's probably a different kind of blaster. He's probably going to explain it if we get through the video.
There's like energy swords and there's blasters. They're different. An energy sword isn't a blaster. Yes, they both inherently use energy, but one is used to cut, the other blast through. It's like, oh,
I'm going to default to the Transformers expert on this one. On how blasters work.
Thank you.
Do blasters work like swords in their universe?
They have weapons that are combined as a sword and a blaster, so you can use it either as a blaster or a sword, or use it at the same time, where it could be both a blaster and a sword.
So, I mean, yeah. Then why would you refer it to simply just as a blaster? Wouldn't you want to refer it to as something like a combo weapon?
A swordster.
Yeah. I mean, like, wouldn't you have like a special name to refer to this kind of combined weapon? Because I assume there's weapons that's just the sword and just the blaster.
If this were actual Transformers, there would absolutely be a name for that because they want to sell it to you.
Yeah, but like again, realistically, they should probably have it be like have a unique name associated with it. But you know.
Well, he's probably trying to figure out what the actual weapon is. Right now, it just looks like a blaster to him.
Oh, but this one is by a sword. Not like the one that is on screen right now, but the one we saw previously. Good thing we pulled along. Reminds me of how in Danganronpa they have pink blood. Okay, not going to question that for right now.
I mean, they're technically robots, even though they're human.
None of the Decepticons that we witnessed are that... if they're robots, they shouldn't have blood to begin with.
Yeah, well...
It goes back to what I said about FNAF.
Okay, fluids. Jeez. I don't know. Listen, okay, that's an official name.
I'll explain.
Fluids.
Don't. Please don't. I haven't got time. Anyway, none of the Decepticons we witnessed are that strong to carry a huge sword.
So wait, you're saying robots aren't able to carry a decently big sword? Oh my god.
Why would it need to be that big a sword, honestly?
Yeah,
those
like, I mean,
it would have been...
slashes,
yeah.
a katana could do those slashes. I'm going to be honest. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You don't need William's blade from Code Lyoko to do those kind of slashes.
I wonder if they're talking about like those like big giant swords where you have to have two hands to carry it, and you have.
You mean as Vihender? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they mean that.
But looking at some of those slashes look very thin on them. Those slashes, like if they were a Zyhender, you would have a part of the hip. It would be a very thick slash. It would be very thick and very juicy slash.
Unless on like the tip of it, like
I gotta go now.
Times.
Bye.
Like he tried to parry away and the tip of it got slashed. That was totally Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, and like Autobots and Decepticons, they're supposed to be like sentient beings, so they have emotions and stuff like that, and able to like bleed. But it's like more like fluids than like actual like.
You don't necessarily need like blood in order to have emotions or be a sentient creature in the case of most sci-fi, but all right.
Welcome to the world Transformers, Jacob.
Okay. Transformers, blood in our insides. Right? Is pretty strong.
Bait? What is
yes.
Bait?
Yeah. To bake, yeah. It's but let's go back to bake. AKA headquarters. Why are you looking at me? Why do I have to carry everything?
Because you're a big dinosaur, that's what you are.
He is? I mean, he is, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, Grimlock is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. I would have like had like a cam of like the angle from like below him or something where he like clearly shown to be very much bigger, like maybe like shrink down the background to compensate. so we can tell how much larger he is than the
Oh,
rest
yeah.
of them. Or have to like look up at him. Actually, that would be a good way to
Yeah.
symbolize it.
I don't know how many. I don't know.
There's literally one called Strong Arm. You help out.
Yeah, so many
Anyway,
names doesn't make sense. But anyways, yeah,
yeah.
Grimlock, he's pretty big, like big enough for an Autobot Decepticon to ride on top of him.
Oh, okay. Is there anything we should be worried about? Your proportions? I don't know. Maybe because it's not okay since this con has been damaged really badly. No, there's nothing that markers. Only a blaster. I don't like the sound of the new mission coming. Yeah, like investigate the death of a Decepticon. Sounds like that would be. Sounds like whatever it is doing you lot a favor. But oh well. Don't worry, Blur. We can handle anything. Besides, it's not like it's our first mission. Right, B? B? Rendered. What are you thinking of? I don't like the sound of that. My best here. I've shuffled over. I've picked up 2 Decepticon signals. They're located in the same location. Really? Are they also placed in the same place? Speaking of placement, actually, interesting that everything that Fix-It shuffled over afterwards. I think that might be because of the rule of threes in cinematography, and especially because like we're naturally drawn in the west to the left side of the screen first, and that's why all the time you'll see that the things angled that way. Maybe I'm not sure. Exactly, get to the same location. Oh, so now we don't get like a cut to black that lasts for 2 seconds and then it comes back in again. Those must have been mistakes earlier.
I wonder what time this place takes place, because in the actual Robots in Disguise series, Optimus Prime does come back to life and helps out Bumblebee, but
I was gonna ask if like at the end of this episode where Optimus was, because I know that at one point, like in the Transformers the movie, I think he dies. I know that much.
Yeah, he dies and then comes back. In Transformers Prime, he dies to bring back new Cybertronians, because he plays a stain that helps create more Cybertronians inside of his like heart or whatever. I forgot what the heart is called for Cybertronians.
I guess if any of these characters are the new Cybertronians, then he wouldn't be around to see them. Maybe that's why.
Right. And then some big danger happens where he comes back and Bumblebee's, "Will you like join the team or whatever?" And he says sure, but he didn't come back as a leader. He just came back to help Bumblebee out in Robots in Disguise.
I did not come back to lead you once again. I came back because the fans demanded it.
Exactly!
I shall enter the toy aisles once more.
That is literally my best guess, is because people were upset that Optimus Prime is gone, and they're like, "We want Optimus Prime back!"
Alright. Honestly, they should just build a new Prime. Once again, how is the Line Descendants? I asked this question earlier. How are Cybertronians like born? Because the fact that Optimus Prime comes from a line of primes means that he has ancestors. Therefore, he must have been born in some way to said ancestors, right?
They were created. And
okay, so just like a prime builds a different prime, and that's how they end up.
No, they're these they're called the Creators, and they create the Cybertronians.
Okay, all right
the
then.
primes would choose someone to be next in line to be the next Prime. So kind of like
Oh, so it's more like a title rather than like a last name.
yeah.
Okay. All right
Yeah.
then. I've had that doubt for years, actually.
I can't believe this. How many times am I supposed to tell him to meet us near the stupid lake?
Maybe something happened to him. Who knows?
Don't be silly.
Also, my numbers changed. I was Decepticon 2 a second ago. I'm Decepticon 1 now. All right then.
Don't be silly. He's a strong con. No one gets in his way. He can handle Autobots. Even though we've said in this very episode they never lose, so probably not. Anyways, scrap. Even one time he almost destroyed the height
console. The Hicht console. He destroyed the Hicht console.
The hike also what? Jeez.
He went from 2 to 1. Maybe that's a promotion. Maybe the previous Decepticon 1 died, and therefore he automatically got promoted to Decepticon 1.
It's basically Star Wars all over again.
It's the royal family. As soon as one of them dies, one of them automatically becomes king or queen. But they have to do it even if they haven't done an official coronation yet. That's oh right. Okay, yeah, I missed your comment. Yeah, you did say that. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He has changed from 2 to 1. Are we gonna stand here and watch, or are we gonna fight them? Freeze Decepticons. Oh boy, I'm demoted again. Even the Autobots know where to have a meeting. Unlike Scratchload. What do you mean even the Autobots know? They have an entire base. Of course they know where to have a meeting. Even them, as if they're like, notoriously bad for meetings. Is that like a Decepticon stereotype about Autobots? Oh, we know what we think about those darn Autobots and their terrible plans and meetings. Someone had to say it. They revived him like Prime, except that he's not around right now. Anyway. Do you mean a green Decepticon? How do you know his color? And apparently.
Oh my god.
You killed. What do you mean? Why would he say apparently? If he killed it, why? Why? Obviously. Liar! Okay, some decent fast-paced choreography. And he, credit to Decepticon 2 here, /1. He's able to handle 3 Autobots at once. That can't be easy, especially when they never lose. Probably because they move in packs, honestly. They stand no chance. They overwhelm in numbers. That's how they win. There you go. Yeah, don't just stand there. Help your friend. Yeah, attack the person who's already brandishing a shield. Good strategy. Was that like a slide that was timed with the music? Like those... I don't know. Alright, so I guess the Decepticon was knocked unconscious, and I'm not even going to bother questioning how that happens to a robot.
You know, Aiden's gonna say, "Say Damax. They can use Damax for Steeljaw. Just make it great."
The Decepticons can have cyber concussions. Anyway, so far we only saw normal cons, nothing else. I don't know what to say now. End credits. Me neither. Oh, now he looks more like a dinosaur. Oh, so I guess he de-transforms from dinosaur mode into Autobot mode, which is different from a vehicle mode. Is the dinosaur mode his vehicle?
Yeah, I told you, Grimlock is a T-Rex.
Okay, when you said that, I thought you meant like his default was a T-Rex. Not that,
Nope.
not that he like, not that was what he became. How does that make a theme? Optimus, truck, Bumblebee, car, Grimlock, gigantic dinosaur.
I didn't make these Autobots! Blame the creators of Transformers!
Maybe if I do it back from a robot. You're meant to start off as a robot, apparently. Yeah, that just raises further questions. Why do if the Transformers can like transform into vehicles, why do they need to ride a T-Rex ever in their lives? Anyway, whatever. Underbite. It's a good idea to return to the scrapyard. Okay, so now we see the different proportions. That this is what I meant earlier with Grimlock. Hey, Sides, do you realize that B is quiet lately? Could have fooled me. I've been doing that voice for ages.
Oh no, who
This
would have
happened.
thought?
I realized. I'm guessing this is their base. What's with the sad face? What's with the face in general? Now I've got to question that because now we've pointed out that maybe they weren't robots. Now it's reasonable to suggest like they actually do acknowledge their faces to each other. Now I've got to wonder that. No.
Don't want it to. Oh god.
The con that killed.
The
That should have been the title of this episode. The con that killed. Could have been un-Autobot. Some would say the Decepticons are the un-Autobots. Anyway. So the war is over. So you're not allowed to kill each other, but you're still allowed to fight each other as if you were fighting in war.
Okay, the war is over, but they still fight against the bad guys.
Yeah, so why is there a rule unless they like? Do they have to officially declare war? Does Megatron have to sign a? Does Megatron have to sign a document to pass that or something, or like make an official declaration?
Oh, he died ages ago. He died ages ago.
Well, Michael Bay keeps ringing back. I don't know.
Well, it's just Transformers Prime. Bumblebee kills him. He's like, "Yep, I'm done with you. Goodbye." He's dead. Long gone.
Fair enough. Well, whoever's in charge of the Decepticons now, Decepticon 2, the new high-ranking official, does he have to make a declaration on the human? I don't know. Ah. So they could have had the memory lost, but didn't the war like end on Cybertron, and therefore they would be questioning why they're on a different planet on top of. Would that not mean that they would like try to get in touch with some of the other Decepticons or Autobots, depending on who it is, and find out why they're on Earth?
They're peace on Earth, went back to Cybertron. Cybertron has a bit of war, but they make peace and everything. Bumblebee and his gang came back to Earth to try to teach his team or whatever about being goodness or whatever. It was sort of like
Bumblebee has to teach his own team about how to be good. That was like their whole line.
It's
whole point.
basically like My Little Pony version of his magic, but a bit more dark.
Do the ponies have a war as well that I need to know about?
Oh my god, My Little Ponies have so many wars. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, I know, like the Earth ponies, the unicorns, and the Pegasi, they're all like each other's ponies all the time. Yeah. All right.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna bring up my.
That's the only ponies like reference I have is that one project.
Yeah, I know.
It's the only example of conflict, I think. You might, depending on what I find, you might have that over the original series. It depends on I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway.
it's from like the original stuff, yeah.
Okay. Calm down, Bumblebee. What do you mean calm down? He's just thinking things through right now. He's barely moved. What do you mean calm down? You don't have to think too much.
I swear.
Just calm down. Never tell someone to calm down when they're agitated. It doesn't work. It's like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Down. You need to just stop.
Honestly, at some point, I want to do I want to do a joke where someone's like extremely like freaking out, like losing their minds, tossing a bunch of things, just raging. And someone comes in, it's like, please calm down. Okay. I want to make that joke at some point.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll help make that joke if you need it.
Okay. Yeah. Either we'll put it in the the Lincoln Dora crossover.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe Boots just like has a monkey style freak out or something.
Yes. Yes. And Dora doesn't know how to calm him down. And Kairos goes, Boots, calm down. Oh,
wait,
okay.
Kairos is going to be in this? Isn't that going to be a bit awkward?
What are you doing here?
Okay. All right. Anyway, the pony will remind me of stuff. A voiceover dub called "The Ponies versus the French." Okay, gonna look that one up later.
Oh yeah, there's so many pony stuff.
No problem.
Via YouTube that I tried to
Yeah.
copycat.
Yeah. Just remember to calm down whenever you're stressed. That's the message. Whenever you're stressed, it doesn't matter what it's about. Calm down. Good lessons for the kids.
Why is it red now?
I don't know. I thought it was still the other one talking. Anyway.
At the end.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah. War of Dangers. Something tells me the war isn't over if the title's called War of Dangers.
Yep.
Okay, well it is. We finished precisely on time.
Yeah.
So very brief final thoughts because again I'm on a time crunch. Oh no, I've gone past a minute. I am sorry to my aunt. Yeah. Okay, very quickly. Great sound editing. The choreography and the sound of that done balance actually reminds me of Finding Shy's old friend, actually, in the best of ways. Story-wise and grammar-wise, what on earth is going on here?
Designs are good too. I like the designs.
Adaptation-wise, apart from Bumblebee apparently having a face, and presumably everyone else, not sure what I can say, really. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry to be so brief, but again, gotta go. So please, if you like, audio seconds already. And on that note, until next time, farewell. Oh, she actually left the